Hello, wondrous ones. Welcome to Piano Fundamentals for playing the piano and for learning about notation and how to read music. Today's session is a lot different. Today's session is in response to a comment I received about how these processes that I'm putting out are like a weak response to the things that are going on in the world right now. That brings us to why are fundamentals of any kind important? And especially, why would piano fundamentals be important? And why am I making them so accessible to wondrous ones who would like to partake? The reason is because music is such a multi-dimensional experience in listening to music and in being someone creating it, playing it, bringing it forth in some way. It's a creative force. Music shapes environments. Music shapes the elevator ride. Music shapes the parades. Music shapes the experiences as we're watching television shows. Music shapes rides at amusement parks. Music shapes our drive from point A to B. Music organizes societies. Music helps children learn language. And on. Sound frequencies are known to heal people physically and on emotional levels, such as helping with anxiety. Oh my gosh. So why study the piano? Why study music? Because these times and times that are unlike these times are always a time for us to grow and better ourselves, learning and experiential learning and trying new things like various instruments or sports or hobbies. That is always there for our taking, for our looking at, experiencing, and even beginning to do those activities. And since the world is shaped by sonic experiences, what better way than to pick the instrument upon which many fundamentals and harmonic structures have been devised? So much of the soundtracks of movies, the soundtracks of our lives, are shaped by the harmonic conventions and innovations that were part of this instrument. That modern day instruments have 88 keys, and then even more modern day instruments with keyboards have even very few keys, but have lots of variability. So we could shape so much with so little. We could have a whole orchestra at our fingertips and change the sounds. There's so much possibility. So learning this language, number one, creative skills open up new possibilities. And in response to these times and any time, it's always amazing to have more than one perspective, to have new possibilities, new ways of looking things, new ways to improve, new ways to find unity and balance, new ways to live our lives, and to create any kind of response to what's going on right now, to create any change. Guess where the change begins? It's not broadcast on the news. It's not at the news outlets, wherever you're getting them. Real change starts within. Real change starts with the way that we are experiencing what's going on. Real change is how long are we tuning into news, or how long are we tuning into our hearts. The real news is what's going on with ourselves and our neighbors, what's going on outside. That's also news. That's also going on. So imagine if we told everyone on the planet, oh, a good response to what's going on is really we shouldn't be learning new languages like music notation. We shouldn't be playing instruments or doing any artwork or whatever. No. Surfing? No. Anything? No. That's untrue. We are still encouraging our children to experience the world. We are still doing things to enhance humanity, regardless of who is in pseudo power at the time. It's gone on. That's how we're still here. That's how we are still here on the planet, is people continued with their lives. They follow their heart's callings. And that's why I support people to find what's inside of them and help bring it out, especially through the vehicle of playing the piano and finding their voice or other creative process, and finally bring it out so that they become the best version. The best time of their lives is the now time of their lives, because they're growing. So people work with me to learn the language of music, to learn how to use their musical skills. Often these skills are innate within them, but they are dormant because they don't consider themselves a musician. But if you can walk, you're very good at rhythm. Do you remember what it took to walk? Oh my gosh, it's such an experience of rhythm. Not to mention all the other amazing things that we do in our lives that take rhythm, that take discerning sounds. How do we know the sound of our mother calling us versus some other person calling someone else? We discern sounds. Sounds shape everything. So the fundamental for today is playing the piano. Take this process as a vehicle for your transformation. Yes, playing the piano is a transformative process. You go from being a non-musical person often to finding out that yes, you who have never read music, yes, you who do not consider yourself musical, yes, you who have siblings that are musical but you're not the one, and vice versa, and also yes, you who did start playing some instrument at some point in your life and someone said, now what are you going to do? Like, that's not sustainable or something like that. If it called to you, it's sustainable and you can pick it up at any time. It may not mean you're going to make $1 million from it. It may not mean you're going to ever make any money from it. That's not the point. The point is growing. We all learned how to walk, not because we were going to make money from it. No one said, give it up. You've fallen too many times and there ain't no money in walking. That is not what it's about. It's a vehicle of transformation to get someone from being in a crib and laying down and being taken care of to being able to maneuver in this world. And that is exactly what the piano playing is about. That is exactly what creative process coaching is about. So what's the fundamental for today? Piano, notation, and any instrument studies, any creative studies are my vehicle for transformation. My piano playing is my vehicle for transformation. Sit with that. It opens up so many doors of the mind. It gives us new ways of thinking. We learn fine motor skills, and the fine motor skills we learn in the 10 fingers. Imagine what's going on in the brain to make those 10 fingers work together and independently. Imagine all of those neurological changes. So when we want to make things better on the planet, we got the stimulation of our music practice that opens up new pathways in our minds, in our hearts, and it translates into our world. I look forward to seeing you again. This actually has been session number 7. I believe I might have called it 6 at the beginning of the video, but I'm fired up. So I hope you are enjoying this process in the month of February to take on some fundamentals of playing the piano and learning reading notation. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have fun with these sessions. There is a full playlist on YouTube on the channel called Slushbox Live. SLUSHBOX Live, LIVE. Look for Fundamentals playlist and you will find the journey that we are on. And it continues, and I will see you on the next video. Find out more at SharonGinspires.com. SharonGinspires.com. All right. I'll see you next time, Wondrous Ones.